All right, socialites, we are back, and this is for sure the final video in our tote bag sew along. In this video, we are going to get ready to attach our handles to the outer bag and then insert that bag into the lining so that we can turn it all right side out and have a completed project. So the first thing we need to do is cut down those straps. After looking at the size of our bag, a large bag generally looks better with shorter straps. So what I want you to do is cut out 2 pieces of strap that are 14 inches long. And then I want you to take your marking tool and coming from the side seams on both sides of your bag, I want you to measure in 5 inches and place a mark. So you're going to do this to both sides of your outer bag. Once you do that, we're going to come back and we're going to attach the straps. Here's what your bag should look like once you have your straps pinned to your outer bag. So I have my straps onto both sides. You notice that the cut or the straight edge of the straps align with the top edge of the bag. Now that I have placed my bag underneath my presser foot, I am using 5/8 inch seam allowance and I have that marked off with my magnetic seam guide. We are still using a 3mm stitch length. So we're just going to stitch all the way around the top edge of the bag. Remember to back stitch at the beginning and at the end. Remove your pins, never sew over your pins. And if you want to reinforce right where your strap is, you can reinforce by back stitching at the beginning, end, and the end of your strap area and continuing to sew around the top of your bag. So now that you have your straps pinned in your outer bag, you're going to place your outer bag inside your lining. And your lining is still going to be turned wrong side out. So you're just going to push that through. You're going to line up your side seams. You're going to pin at those side seams. Make sure that the seams are open and flat. Kind of reduce the bulk as you're pinning. You're going to make sure the straps are on the inside of the bag between the two bags. And you may notice that when you put your outer bag inside your lining, that there may seem to be some extra fabric. So to make it fit, so my lining seemed to have been a little bit bigger when I cut it out than my outer bag. If that's the case, if it is not a perfect fit, what you can do, and what I did for my outer bag, I took my scissors and I just put about a half an inch snip sort of strategically around the outer bag piece. And what that does, it allows the fabric to sort of stretch open so that it can securely and snugly fit inside each other so that we can get a nice pin bag. So go ahead and pin the remaining of your bag. And once you have it pinned, we're going to take it over to our sewing machine and we're going to sew it closed using 5/8 inch seam allowance. Now that we have sewn around the top edge of our bag, we are ready to turn our bag right side out. And we're going to do so through the lining, the opening in the lining that we left. So you're going to reach in. You're just going to pull your bag right side out. But we need to close that opening in our lining. So all you're going to do is just push that seam allowance, fold it into the 5/8 inch or the 1/2 inch that we used. Sorry about that. You're going to fold that in, you're going to pin it and take it over to your sewing machine and sew it closed. You're going to do an edge stitching to sew that closed. Once you have closed the opening in your lining, you're going to push your lining onto the inside of your bag and you will begin to see your bag take shape. And once you have the lining completely pushed in, we want to align the top edges of both bags. We're going to take it over to our ironing board and we're just going to press them flat. After pressing them flat, we're going to go and do 1/4 of an inch top stitching, and that is going to anchor that lining to the bag as well as the straps. Just reinforce the straps. Once you have done all of that, your bag will be complete. You will have a nice tote bag with pockets on the front. Thank you so much for following along with me during this sew along. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/ElleRussew. That's ELLERUSSSEW. You can also follow me on Instagram at ElleRussew. Again, ELLERUSSSEW. Thank you and enjoy your tote bag.